What's going on, CBB Nation? Oh boy, I thought it was a Freestyle Friday, but it's a very special Wednesday. How are y'all doing tonight? We got anybody out in CBB Nation hanging out with the VIP AI ninjas? We've got one right here. She's the star of Discord, Kim. We love you so much. You're awesome. The same with you, Mr. Charles Mack. How's it going, baby? We've got all the fun people. This is going to be a good one. This is one of our very longest CBB Nation agencies. I think he's just joined us. I'm going to see if I can't bring him on here. What is going on? We got to have you back on here, brother. I've been talking to Jose, the AI king of Puerto Rico, all day today. How's it going, baby? All right, let's see if we can get our guest on the screen here. Let's see what we can do. Yay, hey, Billy, you there? Oh, I don't know if he can hear us. He's messaging me on WhatsApp. Let's see if he had some technical things going on. Let's see, I'm going to go. He's going to jump in and jump back out. So as he does that, I'm going to stall. I'm going to stall. No, we're just all having fun here. It is it's a fantastic platform. Lots of fun things happening in AI right now. How many of you guys have heard about the recent hubbub, the recent chain of thought lie? Okay, let me tell y'all something here. If you haven't found out, the prompt chain is real. This is why I bought this $30,000 gold piece. It's like 30 pounds of gold. Just kidding. But the prompt chain is real. This chain of thought stuff, I think maybe we'll get into this with Billy, because this guy's like the professor, man. We will have the professor on tomorrow, by the way. Actually, my college, my university professor from 2 Mondays ago that I told you guys about, he's going to be joining us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. I said that East Coast, baby. Yeah, we're all the time working. But Billy, I thought I just saw him. I think he's coming right back. But that'll be a fun one tomorrow. If you have questions, if you want to get into the space of the education world with your AI solutions that you're building with CBB, tomorrow will be a very good episode to join. He's been my mentor pretty much the better half of my adult life, I guess you'd say. So it'll be a big treat to see old Dr. Sean Barth. It might be the first time we've had a real doctor on the pod. All right, here we go. Here's the next guy I want to talk to you guys about. It's all about my man right here, Billy. What is going on, baby?
Very good, my friend. Very good. Happy to be here.
Man, the last time I saw you was on Hilton Head, where I live here. Isn't
Yes,
that right?
sir. Yes. I like Hilton Head. I fell in love the first time I went there. Remember, I want to buy a house there.
Yeah, I think we picked out Billy's beach house on one of the last days he was here in my area, which I love meeting people from all over the world in CBB Nation, especially the more balling agencies out there. You just kind of a baller, Billy. I'm not going to toot your horn too much, but I'll let you do that. I just am so pumped to know you and be friends with you, call you a colleague, and you've been one of the first to believe in CBB Nation from way back when I had my black and red lumberjack, and we just love you so much, and it's been awesome to see you just crush it, and you're dominating on Instagram. You're everywhere, dude. And so just tell the people that don't know, because you're not one to hang out so much in the Discord or Facebook group because you're working all the time, making the deals happen, flying from here to Dubai. But I'll let you tell that story, man. Go ahead, tell the folks who you are, how you got into this crazy game of AI, and what you're doing in this space.
Man, I've been in the development space. I'm a software engineer for over 40 years. And 3 years ago, when AI started to sound, we started playing with it, and we were working on our solutions when we met with you, and we saw what you have done, and we immediately saw the potential of your platform, and that we integrated into our set of tools. And now, like you said, we are out there bringing solutions, making people change their way they operate. They make business. They do things now. This is, for us, that for me, that I have been so long in the space, this is like magic. It's like for us developer, we
Yes.
got a magic wand that now we can put into enterprises, professionals, whatever. I mean, this is the time. This is the time for humanity. This is big.
You nailed it, brother. You know what? I think there are two types, even in the technical sense, there's two types of people I think I found in the AI space. And the people that are in CBB Nation that are all over the world have that outlook. They say, this isn't the scary thing that's going to bring doom and gloom and take away from my life. This is
No,
the
no.
thing that is the unlock. This is the thing that's going to allow me to do all the things I didn't think I'd ever be able to do on my own or at scale, at a much larger scale than I ever thought possible. That's the way I see it. We are all optimists here. We're all good people,
Yes.
and but we see the opportunity. Is that basically how you're seeing it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, Ryan, sorry, it's the biggest evolution that humanity will ever face.
Ever.
Is something, I mean, even for us that are dealing with this every day, I think we don't even realize the full potential of this. And like, yeah, there is a
Right.
lot of people there very afraid of the technology. But you know what? The only fear that people should have right now is not to get involved, not to get into the space.
Boom.
That's the biggest fear. That's the biggest risk you can afford. You can't afford.
Dude, mic drop already. My gosh. And he's not reading a prompter, ladies and gentlemen. This is not, as far as I know, this is not the clone Billy. That was such a
No,
perfect
no.
answer.
Could
Such a
be,
perfect
could be.
answer. But I
Yeah.
want to I want to point this out, and maybe you'll elaborate on this. And okay, everyone is at different levels, and I'm going to go ahead and say you're among the highest of the top 1%. This is a thing that I know and you know, but not everyone will understand. And a lot of people, they're just getting into this AI space, and they maybe wanted to do developer stuff. They didn't know how necessarily. Maybe they've been interested in AI, but didn't really know what AI was until ChatGPT. But did anyone really at that point? At this point,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
I- where is it that you think that it is all about the effort and the network to get things done? Because we can agree we've got this amazing tool that can do all the things, but you've got people out there that don't have your experience, and you've done more than just AI. You've been in tech forever and just business and forever. What do you think that your biggest struggle is, if you have one? And how would you tell someone that is newer to the space? They want to be Billy one day. How do they become as successful as you? Because I mean, you're not only traveling to see me for a business lunch. You're going to Dubai. You're out west. You're all over the place, and you don't get this level of success overnight. So how did you do it? That's the best question.
Well, it's one thing, and for those people that are getting into the space right now, we're still early on.
Yes.
We've been 2 or 3 years in the AI space, and up until now, people were just playing with the tool. And a lot of people out there still think that using ChatGPT is just, I mean, they're using AI and that's helping them. And no, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Just the
The
tip.
idea is to put ChatGPT within your business operations,
Yes.
within your business workflows, and then you'll see the real potential. We have customers that have taken processes from up to 2 months and a half, and now they're doing it in less than 15 days because
Hmm.
of AI, because of integration, because of automation. That's what I mean. And can you imagine you being a businessman competing with people that is using these tools? I mean,
That's
it's
it.
impossible.
That's it. I will never forget it. I got ridiculed, so I tell the story all the time because I think it's hilarious now, and I did back then too. I come from the days of Dialogflow. If you were going to build anything gangster and chatbots, it was going to be built with Google Dialogflow. If you wanted to be kept taken serious, no matter what they tell you, that was really how it needed to be. Otherwise, the problem that you would run into as a bot builder or anyone in AI was you were building dumb bots. They were not graceful. No matter how smart they really were or what they could do and accomplish, at the end of the day, if a person asks, "What is today?" and the bot says, "Oh, no, I've not been programmed," well, automatically I've lost trust in you. I don't like your bot anymore. This has been the problem. And when I saw LLMs, when I saw ChatGPT handle everything I could throw at it with pretty much grace, The first thing I said was, this is how you make chatbots now. This is how you do it immediately. And 99% said, you can't put that in a chatbot for business. You can't do that. It's a toy. It's an autocomplete. Have you gotten pushback from people that have thought they've known something related to this technology, and then you immediately know you have no idea what you're talking about?
They have no idea what we're talking about, and they have no idea of the potential. I mean, it's amazing. It's like right now, what I see is that small businesses can compete with corporations.
Yes. It's that's the way I see it. So the thing that made me love social media as like a career path for me, I guess, was I loved the fact that I was like, okay, these small businesses have no idea really how this tool of social media can help them leverage the ability to have eyeballs and in turn comments into customers in a way that the big companies cannot do. It's not even scalable for them at this point. And the cost of entry, the barrier is nothing. You can't expect every business in a town to want to run a magazine ad or a TV ad, because these things are expensive and you never know what you're going to get. Here's the truth. You don't usually get much. Okay. And then the digital space to reach the same number of eyeballs, and it's better when it's even targeted eyeballs. Now you have something like an Excalibur. Now you can go, head to head with a larger company. And with AI, for me, from day one, as big as I knew the social media thing was going to be, I bet my whole career path on it. It's 1,000 times bigger. It's 1,000 times bigger.
Ryan, I think he's as big as you want it.
Yes, as big as you want to scale it, you can do it. I totally believe
exactly.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like before,
what I want to say is that you said the right thing, but not everyone understands the way to get there. And I know everyone's journey is different, but I really want to bring value here because you just have all the experience and you've done the things that so many want to do. It's not all of it, I just want to do it and it's going to be done. You put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the money, you put your money where your mouth is. How important do you think that is today? We have all the Zoom stuff, but you literally came here to visit me. You put your foot on the ground here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different way to do it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I was getting into a huge business, a huge potential that I saw in this business. I needed to know who I was going to be doing business with.
Totally.
Because I was putting all my marbles in it, and especially me, I've been developing for 40 years. We were developing our platform, so I needed to get close hand who I was putting my marbles with, and as soon as I knew you, and I knew your philosophy, and I knew your desire to bring this out, to make people exploit the technology. Because one thing that you said, we all see the good part, and I see paradise. At the end of the road, I see paradise with AI. But you know what? It can go wrong.
Oh, yes.
For me, it could be, for me, it's like 10%, 10% can go wrong. But we need to make sure, that 10%, that 10%,
that 10% can be very important. Very important. Yeah.
Yes, because the tool, I mean, like every new invention in humanity is going to be used by the bad guys. And this time, those bad guys are going to have something really powerful in their hands. So we got to make sure. And the other thing is that, and I keep telling people this, is that right now for me, and maybe for you too, there's a war going on, and not with guns, not with it's not killing people. It's technology.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever wins this battle is going to rule the world. And the battle is with AI, with technology.
Nothing else. Right now, it's AI or nothing.
It's AI or nothing. And this could go the China way, could go the US way, which is the democratized way, the way we want it. I mean, good for all, but we don't know. We have to make sure it stays, in the right hands, so we can see that paradise.
I'll go ahead and tell you, I've said it before, I've gotten pretty dark at the end of my long lives. People that have seen that, they might know. It's the thing that makes me, I'm thinking about it constantly. It always worried me in the beginning, what misuse could be done with our platform, because it is so powerful. And unfortunately, there's a lot of bad things that could be done. Now, we haven't had any problems, thankfully. I don't knock on wood, but if I did, I would do that right now. But I think that we just, us as a brand, and I really am passionate about this, and it's worked so far. We have the most high quality people on the planet or use our tool. That's the facts. I don't know how it's really happened, but they're the most high, you included obviously, but we have the most high quality people. And so that's the one thing that makes me feel good, that like if there's going to be two sides, we're the good guys here that will help make the world better with this technology, not to be the ones that are doing bad things that we know that are already happening. But speaking of that, I would love for you to, because one thing that you are incredible with is in integrations, and I think you're like the WhatsApp king. You've done so much on WhatsApp. You taught me things on WhatsApp that I didn't know was possible. Many of the things that we brought together related to even e-commerce has been inspired by you. We're coming directly from you. You're a genius in so many levels. But what is it with WhatsApp, man? Is it just because it's so international? You're able to like deal with so many people. I guess it's siloed in the U.S. You have a lot of
It
U.S.
is.
folks, but
And,
go ahead.
yeah, the way I say, well, WhatsApp, why we develop so many things in WhatsApp is because all the tools that we develop, in a way, we use it. And for us in Latin America and in many parts of the world, WhatsApp is the most used channel for communications. So that alone does have a huge impact there in what we do. But what all the things we do in multi-channel, which is part of the beauty of this and part of the offer we give to our customers. Now you can sell your products, whatever it is. I mean, restaurant, whatever you sell, you can sell it not through your website, not through your e-commerce, but through any channel out there, to any social channel. You can sell through WhatsApp, you can sell through Instagram, you can sell through Telegram, you can sell by voice, you can sell multi-channel, giving you more outreach. And that's part of the beauty. And the automations, that's what I've dedicated all my life to. It's not that I'm
Yes.
lazy, it's that I like to use my time with our best resource, our most valuable resource is time. So if you can save time, then you're saving a lot. And I've seen, I've gone into corporations and I see high paid individuals, 150K a year, 300K a year. And they're spending 1 week, 1 day at a week, filling out Excel
Yes,
forms
it's so
when
bad.
all that can be automated. And that's what we
You
do.
know, that's the crazy thing to me too. It's like I think that we all expect technology to shift or replace the many parts of the industry worldwide. When you have more machines or more automation, you need less people essentially. They just be moved somewhere else. Here with AI, it's different. You have this gradual. What was it back in the 150 years ago? It was like what 80% of America was like in the agriculture industry, something like that, right? And now it's like less than
Mhm.
10 in all of America. Less than 10% are in agriculture, but this is over a long span of time. When businesses are starting to realize what you said earlier, you can take ChatGPT and integrate it with your business versus just copying and pasting your email captions or your email subject lines. When you're integrating it with your phone call systems or your phone outsourced warehouse, data center, instead you're bringing this in-house with an agent or two, or like our friend here says, bringing in multiple agents, 100,000 100,000 a month with one company agent. Totally possible. People are doing that. I think that's what you're specializing in, is you're showing businesses how they can save money and how they can make money, because you got the e-commerce side too. And guess what, folks? The economy is looking pretty shaky right now. Okay, I'm not telling you right now to all
Yes.
buy the dip. But I'm just saying, crypto is going crazy. The economy's going crazy. The stock market's going crazy. I'm gonna bet on a safe bet, and knowing the fact is businesses need to what? Generate money. They need to make money and save money. Guess what? AI does both of these things very well, and I think you're the master of both.
Yeah, and one thing that, for example, I was telling you about this customer that we reduced one process from almost 2 months and a half to less than 15 days, and most of the reduction in time on the process was human errors.
Mm-hmm.
Once you give a task to an agent that's well designed and well developed and well set and with the boundaries and all the things you need to set in place, it's going to do it every single day the same thing. It's not gonna make mistake. It's not gonna forget to do something. We're gonna go see. It's gonna do it. Period.
You're 100%, man. We Wendy and I have done a lot of pretty intricate AI work for a manufacturing client that we still work with. And the moment I was really understanding what we could, the first thing, like powerful thing that I remember, like was an unlock that outside of a social media realm for LLMs was the AI summary, because it surprised me. I wrote the prompt. I made the thing how I thought it should be, and it was related to a phone call. When I realized how detailed it really was without me instructing it to be, like knowing in the summary, telling the people's names, what they were doing, I just kept adding things. And this is when my mind really exploded. I was like, oh my gosh. At first, it was just something simple, like recap the conversation and highlight that, key 3 points or something. And I was like, wait a minute, we could do all the things. So then it was like, okay, give me the top 3 recommendations for the internal team to review based on this interaction to become better. And then we employed this obviously in CBB, and it just was like the prompt chain idea was occurring. And this was in late 2023. And since then, I think my mind has been blown every single day. Well, I got to ask you, what's been your wow moment of this LLM, turning point?
You want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah, tell
It's
me
like
for sure.
every day, because
Yeah.
every day we see something new, and we realize that we can do more things, and it's mind blowing. I mean, all we do is mind blowing, and the way this is advancing is like, for me, and I know for you too, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, AI is not, it's artificial intelligence, but right now it's dumb for what it's going to be. I mean,
Agreed.
it's not going to be much time. We're talking about 3, 5 more years that we will see the full scope of what this is. It's amazing. It's like, I have a customer here in Vegas, and they have a lending company. And before we came in,
Money.
yeah, and
Yeah.
before we came in, they have hired like 3 or 4 collection companies to do their collections, their debt, and no one hit the wall. No one. We came, we put AI, and I have anecdotes. I have one customer that was lost for 1 year, and she called after the AI called him, and actually it's AI, it's SMS, it's
It's all all
all
the
this
all the channels that
all
you
the
have
channels.
every pocket right. That's the
Yeah,
trick.
and but they talk. I mean, they talk. Actually, we cloned the voice of the owner of the store, and now she's calling them. And this person didn't know who she was talking about, but she called the office and said, "You know what? A year ago, someone called me from your office, from your company, and I didn't like the way they treat me. But today, the owner called me, and she was so nice that I want to get back in track.
My
I want to talk
God.
to him." Yeah.
So wow. Man, I'll tell you what, I totally can see that, because there's a I jump in the support chat for CBB when I can, especially if I see a name I know, then I'll totally jump in no matter what time it is. But a lot of times, man, well, I totally blanked out there. I totally just blanked. What the heck was I gonna say? That's happened a few times.
You were
But
you were you were
I
jumping
got
into
you.
the support.
Yeah, so you'll totally know when like Ryan is typing to you versus the AI reply. And man, I love this because all the time using the AI reply, and it's better than I'll ever be. That was the funniest thing too. Training these bots versus the old school traditional way. It's absolutely crazy to me to say, okay, here's your instructions, type it all up, and it just does it. It's done it every single time perfectly. To me, it's just that we're in the magical time right now.
No, I told you
Yeah,
we
I
are
need a
getting,
monster.
we got a magic one. That's what we got, and and you were saying that you are so proud of your the CBB nation, and I believe the key for that is that all the people that is now involved with AI and working with AI are visionaries.
Yes,
You're a visionary, I'm a visionary, and we just
motivated.
want to evolution. That's what we want. We want the better part of this for everyone. We want to share the power. A few days ago I was in Miami, and I was in the Versace mansion in Miami, in South
Versace,
Miami Beach.
Versace.
Yeah. And well, I was doing some, of course, trying to get a new customer.
Yeah,
And
why
at the
not?
end, they treated us so nice. They gave us a complimentary champagne, and I told the manager, I'm gonna give you a complimentary web chat for a year. Just
That's the
I'll make
trick,
it.
dude. That's the Gary V. Well,
Yeah,
and that's also the perks of being a partner with us because you can just drop the accounts when you need, and it's not going to cost you nothing. You know.
and the guy told me, why would you do that? And I said, I believe for me, AI is just one thing. In one word, is power. And I want to share that power with you.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to take that. That is straight. I need that on my wall back here. AI is power. It's true.
That's what it is. Is that what it is? I mean, you're a 3 to 5 person company, and you want to start making 100 calls at a time. You have it. You want to start
It's true.
sending emails every day, personalized, and not when I say personalized, not your name.
Yeah, not
Ryan Maru.
first
No, no, no.
first name. Hi, first
Yeah,
name.
no, no. It's an email for you because I have
Yes.
that data from you. I scrape it. I research you, and then I treat you like you are. I mean, it's for you. It's not for 10,000, but I can do that 10,000 times. No problem.
100%. You shared with me that website. I didn't want to throw it up here without your permission, but that lovable man. The fact that we can just 10 minutes pop something off and it's beautiful. This is the magic wand to me, you know?
Yeah, and again, it's the integration. What we did is now, and this we can talk about this too
Yeah,
and see
yeah,
how
I'd love to. Yeah.
yeah how can other CBB nations
Inspire the people,
because
man. No one is going to try to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So just inspire them. You know what I'm saying? You do all the hard things.
yeah, now we have a tool where you saw it, where you can create a web chat, and if you don't have a web page, it'll create it for you in less
Boom,
than 10 minutes.
boom.
Boom, boom,
Just
and
like that.
that's what I automation.
That's how you use
Yeah.
it, baby.
Yeah,
That's what I
and
want to
then
start to know.
you use the CBB platform. You use tools that we created for that. We use a database. We use the service from Lovable, and we can use another party as third party. And don't wait too long until we develop our own Lovable. I mean, we can do it. I mean, it's creating tools for automating and for creating things easier for our customer. We want to grow, and how can you grow if you don't is not able to automate your own work? So now I can,
100%.
if I get 1,000 customers tomorrow, I can give him 1,000 web pages with 1,000 web chats right there and then.
Meanwhile,
No
you're
problem.
talking face to face with your next big client that you're going to land a big deal with while all that's in the background. Do you see how this is working, ladies and gentlemen? That is how you do it. That's how you scale. That is how you do it, man. It just pumps me
Exactly.
up. This is what OpenAI and all the big companies, they believe in this. They believe, okay, there's gonna be individuals that become billionaires by themselves. They're gonna be very, very small. I'm a big believer and this is why we're a small team and will remain a small team. I said from day one, we'll never have more than 10 people, no matter how big we get. And there's a reason for that. We're not hypocrites here. We walk the walk, we talk the talk, we use our own stuff. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And it's a small
Definitely.
team. I think that for me, this is where it like really hits home. Okay, and there's gonna be people that don't agree, but they're gonna cope. Just like essentially the LLM game changed everything related to translations for languages, which is one of the
Mm.
main things that the things were created for. You can translate all the languages very easily. Okay, coding is a language, just like English, just like Spanish. It is a language. So if the barriers have been broken for language, this means you have no limits, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to only get better. This lovable stuff, this is going to be a thing where it's not just a landing page with a webhook or something. This is going to be I predict by the end of this year, we will have a single shot prompt applications, not robust applications yet with everything, but you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff without
Yeah.
effort if you're motivated. And the thing is, this is what I think, is what I believe. Just because you could do something or you can do something doesn't mean you will. Okay, so we are the ones we are doers. We do things in CBB. We don't just talk about it, we be about it, right? There's going to be a lot of people that just because they can They're not going to. So they're not going to get the benefits. Do you agree with that, or am I off my rocker here?
No, it's totally true. And one thing that we're seeing out there, I was talking to a customer this morning, and one of the things that she said is that, well, I went to a convention or a meetup with AI people, and I had a lot of people saying that they could do exactly what you do. I said, yeah, yeah, and you're going to find out that many of them are not going to be able to deliver. And for me, it's not new. I've been, like I said, I've been in the field for 40 years. And many times I've come to go to a store, to a corporation, to a public entity, and do work that someone else did, and it worked. It worked while they tested it, but when they put it in production, it's totally not there.
There's a
And
lot of that.
yeah, and like right now they're saying that, okay, developers are gonna disappear. No, you
The
need
bad ones
developers.
will. The bad ones
Yeah,
will.
exactly. Yeah. And for people that right now is thinking about jumping into space, not I don't mean the developers. I mean the businesses, the professionals, the corporations. They need to really know who they're working with, because it can go wrong and they'll waste time. And right now, time is so valuable because you're running against your competition. They
Mm-hmm.
have a customer that is a big engineering company, and their huddle right now is that they're growing, and each quote takes them like 3 or 4 hours. So we're developing a tool for them that they could right now. So one person is doing two a day. We're developing a tool that they can do 30, 40 quotations, and they'll grow, because they'll get more businesses. And even if they don't do it, actually they started because they have one competition that is doing it right now. So it's a matter of, you have to move fast. You have to move very fast within this space, and with the right people. People like you. I mean, go to the right entities. People like me. People responsible. People who know what they're doing and have been doing this for forever. So it's not that today I know, okay, I can say I can go and talk to ChatGPT. It's going to give me how to present the code, how to present the product, but I don't really know how this works. I don't need to know how to design it, to build, because it's an architecture. It's like a building. If you don't do it right from the start, that building is gonna fall.
You nailed it. You reminded me of something that was like a core thing when we originally started, and I'm still not. I like to do the YouTube thing to hang out with my people here, CBB Nation, but I am not a YouTuber, right? I'm a bot builder. I build things, okay? And so that is a big difference. That's something that I have had to find out the hard way in some cases. The people that you think can do things or claim things or have this YouTube presence where they can do this and that, you're going to find out when it comes down to it going forward, the people that can really do stuff will
It's not
spank the
out there.
ones that are just talking about it. You can't talk about it and not be about it at this point, or you get spanked. And I think the people that actually put in the work, shout out to all the CBB builders that have gotten certified. Shout out to y'all. You guys are the ones that are going to be the leaders, because I'm telling you, and he'll tell you too, even with the experience that you have, we're in a new era. You can be excited about it or be in denial. Luckily, we're in the ones that like, let's go get it. There's so many that are denying it, and they're just gonna have to cope, man. They're not. They don't want to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrifying when you hear people like that, because they don't know. I mean, it's like I said, even for people in the space. Do you hear me?
Yep. No, sorry. I was just pointing out we got some smart people. They're just dropping bombs as we were going through, and I'm shouting them out.
um, of course, the car I drive is a Tesla, but I don't drive. That thing drives itself. I mean, I just get the car out of the garage, put the address where I'm going, and it does everything. And I have my brother, which is also a system engineer. I have people from the space come and visit me and go out with me. They kind of say, wow, it does everything. It turns the light. It flies. It does everything.
That's so
It
cool.
does
That'll be my
everything.
next vehicle, by the way. Speaking of vehicles, dude, my wife actually, we're having the baby next month, and it's time we had to get rid of Hannah's old car, and so we actually got her a car yesterday, and I was just there because I don't want my pregnant wife driving around to the freaking car dealership, but I was just there really, and I was peeping in on the whole like the whole process. right? That was really what I was also doing, is market research. Okay, so I was looking at the process of the sales, lady who did a great job, and then I was looking at the part of the finance, and this was the part I was like, oh man, this one's going to be taken by AI. Now this dude was smooth. He was smooth trying to do the upsells and the they take you back to the finance room. They're saying, okay, you can have this package or this package, this protection, da 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 da. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're pretty good. This will be so crazy when AI will do what you're doing, because they'll do it even better. That's something that I think that our people, I think there'll be a big percentage of CBB that they've already they're prompt engineers certified. Essentially, they're going to be able to essentially, and I think of it this way: think of an employee with their what do you call it, the handbook, or their task list or whatever. You give that to an AI with the right prompt, the human's not going to be able to compete on any sort of level. And so I think as our people are going to see businesses in this economy and going forward in general, whether it's a good economy or not, are going to want to save and make more money. And you're going to save money by people replacing technology, and people assisting, or a technology assisting people make the better choices. And I'm thinking to myself, she didn't buy any of the stuff, the extra protection. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I would have been able to make an AI that would have sold her. You know what I'm saying? Where were the holes that could have been patched somehow by a better seasoned, sales or finance person? Or is it possible? Could the AI do it? I believe so.
Really? So yeah,
I think as
yeah,
CBB,
of
a
course.
lot of CBB is going to be the ones that like implement this into the world, which is just so cool to me. You too.
Yeah,
You're
and
just your flags are everywhere. How big? You want to tell people how big you are, or not yet? How many countries are you in right now?
we are, we are here in the States, in Central America. We're in Ecuador, Mexico, in Venezuela. Of course, we have some clients. I'm from there, and most of my team is from there, and Dubai,
And
and
Dubai,
Africa.
yes.
Yeah, Africa. We're big. We're big in Africa.
There's a lot of things going on in different parts of Africa right now, and like new business and new money. There's I know a few projects. There's some big construction stuff going on there, big $1 billion projects.
Yeah, and the way I see it, I mean, they're not as as they don't have the resources as Dubai. Dubai just came out with a
Dubai money's
new.
different, baby.
Yeah,
Different.
well, they just set aside $3 billion to make the 100% of the government integrated with AI by 2027. So it's only 2 years, a year and some. I mean, not even. Yeah, yeah, and but Africa, I believe there's so much power in Africa, and that with AI they can transform themselves, and because AI is power, that could make Africa power. And they say
The
that we all come
potential
from
is so
Africa in a
wild.
way. Yeah.
You're just like you're making me just like wake up to all sorts of possibilities here, and like I'm seeing so many things. Fragmented economy could be a thing, because with AI and the ability to actually do big things, man, the isolated places out there that haven't really had a big shot, you don't really know what you're dealing with. They might really have a way to really leverage this. One thing that we have quite a big Indian population. Shout out to all my people from India. I think they have a hard time with my accent, but it's vice versa. Okay,
Yeah, vice versa.
right.
Vice
But
versa. I understand you. I don't understand them.
but I'll say this: there's some of the smartest people out there for sure. But the thing that there's a buzz about, they're using AI to better their enunciation in many cases, and it's like, man, they're gonna start sounding so much more American than my redneck butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna want to talk to these guys way more than the South Carolinian dudes. AI is like, it's almost like nowhere's safe. You could have that mentality. Nothing is safe, or everything's up for grabs.
And everything is going to change.
You know,
Everything is going to be integrated with AI. I mean, your refrigerator, your car, they are already.
100%.
Your air conditioning. I mean, everything within companies is going to transform everything. So the opportunity is so huge that it's now it's and we that stage we haven't arrived yet, but we're very close. Where CBB Nation people and every developer out there, working with AI is going to be full with work because everybody's going to realize that they need to get on board. Up until now, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, one day, maybe next year, maybe in a few months. Okay, wait.
I can't wait to overhear a conversation. I've heard in my line of work over the years, obviously, I've heard people, business owners brag in certain cases, especially if I was on the team, you know what I'm saying? But they'd be bragging about the good content. Did you see how many likes that thing got? Did you see how many views my video got? Did you see how awesome that did on Instagram or TikTok, right? Dude, I cannot wait until I overhear, and I don't want to be a part of the conversation. I want to be totally agnostic. I'll just be around and just over here. Oh my gosh, my AI did this and that. I can't believe it. It's so amazing that it's coming. Like I'm getting close to that probably with the Chat GPT stuff for the Power Chat GPT app, users. But like it hasn't happened on our client side. It happens because we talk to them. Like the manufacturer, shout out GyroTrack. We just say who they are. They're awesome. They're fully integrated. They're probably the first manufacturer for sure in their whole space that has anything to do with AI, and they're fully integrated. I envision one day, especially with the conversation summary, going back there to my ADHD brain, the conversation summary is so powerful because if you can track and recap and optimize based off one interaction, guess what? You can do it off every interaction. And if you can do that, I think everyone's workday will eventually have your to-do list. If you have a to-do list at your job, it'll be given to you by AI. There's an idea for you, CBB Nation, for the ones that want to do stuff for businesses. Make the bot that with your Google Sheets or database, you're going to actually, based on the business interactions, plan the employee's day based on priority that the unbiased AI has been trained on, that you would be the one responsible for. That's gangster money.
Yeah, and that's how we should see AI. It's an assistant. It's your assistant. And for me, it's always going to be like that. I know, and we know there's a lot of people, one of the fears is that AI is going to replace us. And robots are going to replace us. But guess what? For me, what we're going to discover down the line is that we are the perfect robot. I mean, there's no one that's going to be better than us. They'll be our servants. They'll work for us. We will program them. They'll never program us.
It is you have a digital workforce where you couldn't afford a team of 25 developers out there. Well, guess what? You've got 2,000, worth of developers in the palm of your hands if you can work it right. I believe that too. It's all about motivation. If you're motivated and you're creative, I think these are the two things. These are the two things that I come back to. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter necessarily the experience. If you're motivated to go do it and you're like not going to just talk about it and you're going to go be about it, motivated and creative, I think this is what sets you apart, because anyone can say, write a hello world HTML website on ChatGPT, you're going to get the same thing. A developer that's had 30 years of nothing but PHP programming under his sleeve is going to probably prompt a pretty bland website, but it'll work. And a creative person that wants to go all in is going to go gangster on that prompt and smoke the developer, and they're not going to know what happened.
They're not going to know what happened. And I think that, and for me, and you're like that because I've seen your videos and I see how emotional you get. You get excited. You get excited when you make something work. And that's me, I dance, every time I have something to work. And
I'd scare everyone. Unsubscribe. You see me dance.
No, I don't. I'm not a great dancer, but I mean, it's my emotion. I jump up and down because I made, a process that takes 3 hours. I made it, 5 minutes while the person is taking a coffee. That for me is wow, what a cool thing, and it's just amazing. I mean, this is incredible. And you were talking about the bots. I mean, and when you first develop a bot, it's going to have inconsistencies, of course, and it's going to be a mistake. But you can use, and this is a tip for CBB Nation, you can use AI to review the interactions and evaluate the interaction and correct the interaction. You know that tool you were testing, the web chat creator with the web chat creator?
Mm-hmm.
It not only does that, but also lets your customer make changes to the prompt. Because it's all in a database, they can go in and
they have their own interface. They can do what they want to do. Can they do that from a social channel, or is it from your app?
From well, we can make it
You can make
do
it do
it
any. You can
in
do anything you want to do. Is the answer?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
whatever. But
do you want to hit on any of your development that you've integrated any deeper? That because like man, you've got so much. You have so many tools.
yeah, well, if you want to, or just share all those links with
That's what
our
we'll
guys
do.
out there.
What we'll do is
Yeah,
when we send
and
the email out, we'll include a button for all the ones that you sent so people can try it. Especially if you have WhatsApp, that'll work really nicely.
yeah, yeah. You just need to WhatsApp or the web chat. All of them can be interacted via web chat. So it's out there, and anyone that can contact, that want to contact us and get some advice, I'm in for it. This is my passion. This is not my work. This is my passion. I really love to do this. Sometimes I need to force myself to get out of my office because I want to be there creating and doing things for customers, for everybody that comes to us. And like I said, share the power, share the power,
You
and
know,
make sure we win this war, and we the good people, and that we go to or we see that paradise that we foresee.
man, I love that, dude. You've all since day one. You know, the first time I remember you send my daughter a toy. I was like, this they don't make them like this anymore, man. You know, and I think I honestly think that is probably one of the keys to success is the generosity that you have always shown and the ability to just share. And when you do that from your social media content, from getting excited, because you have the most best, awesome social media videos. I love them. Whenever I do get to see them, I just love. They're so well produced too. They're just so good. From sharing those secrets and encouraging people, and working with them on social, to going to their house like you did with me, and to spending time here, I think that it's clear you put in the effort. So you're just so motivated and obviously creative. And I think maybe it's generosity is that third pillar. Be creative, be motivated, and give back. Be generous, and you'll always get back what you put in, one way or the other. I feel that to be the case at least.
Ryan, I mean, this is so huge. It's like everything has to be rebuilt, and
It's
and
like
I,
starting from
I, I,
scratch.
I
It's like, where do we want to go from here? Right.
yeah, yeah. It's like this. I bring again these customers of ours here in Vegas, and they have their software. But what we're doing is building functionalities around that software. And at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, that software is just going to be used, the database behind that. So it's like reinventing the wheel.
It
And
is.
you have the same functionality you have in your web page. You have it in your WhatsApp. You have it in your Telegram. You have it in Instagram. You have it everywhere.
A
So
hundred
that's
percent.
yeah, like the tool. One of the tools I share, we use internally to manage our projects. I mean, for many years, I always wanted to keep everything like in Jira on any project manager. Keep neat so I can go in and see what's happening, where are the bottlenecks, etc., etc. But
Mm-hmm.
it was so time consuming that at the middle of the projects, I wasn't putting the time in it, so I wasn't ready to enforce it within my team. But now with this new aid that we created from WhatsApp, you can go to the bathroom. I'm sorry for saying that, and speak to your project and say, well, move this task to this stage, or assign this task to someone else. I
It's like
mean, you can go in your car and talking to the thing, so it's no longer a waste of time. It's just it makes things work better.
the way that you've got your Jarvis working to just do that's a real business agent. There's lots of agents and autonomous stuff out there, your operator and stuff. You have a real business agent that you can just call on and make do things. And I think that's why the things that you have done are valuable. That's why you're able to get the money from the clients is it's doing things. It is much more than just a FAQ parrot is what I like to call them. You're what is the thing called? I forget the name of the company. It's literally just a parrot. This is not valuable. You could do it, but that's not where the money is. If you can make it do things and actions, take action. This is where the power is. Where it's transferring a phone call, alerting the right team member, recording the right data in the database or the Google Sheets. Doing things is where the real power is, and people can see that. The comment
Mhm.
tool is a great example because it's so visual. I think that's one way that you can instantly see the wins is when you're, especially maybe on WhatsApp, it's a lot of traffic too. When there's already traffic, and you're not having to worry about getting traffic, it's just facilitating the traffic. You get all the points for it, is the way I see it, you know? Like every interaction is a win for you in automation.
Yeah, and that's what I see is the big money is going to be coming from, and automation. Everyone needs automations, and they're going to help them a lot. Some people fear that, oh, okay, I don't want to do it because I'm going to have to replace some of my employees, and they're so valuable to me. No. Well, the idea is not to replace anyone. The idea is to give them tools so you can
Make
grow
them
your
more
business.
efficient.
You can make it more efficient, make it more productive, and make their life easier, and be able to grow and to serve more people. I mean, if you are a travel agent, I mean, give better service to your customer and give that better service to more customer at the same time.
100%, man. Well, I'll tell you what, dude, you've dropped all the bombs. I think that this has been one of the most valuable podcasts we've had with a guest on that's just really dropped some knowledge and that's got some experience and that does the things you're like guys. You don't understand. Like, he's not the what do you call the Grant Cardone out there, but he could be. You know what I'm saying? He could do those videos and could show the planes and all the things, and he doesn't have to do that. He's telling you the truth. He's got the Tesla in Florida, but he doesn't have to drive that thing. He could just and he's just working. And most of the time he's flying anyways. But man, this is too much fun. Long overdue. We got to do this again, and I think I would love to try to do something where maybe once a month or once a quarter. I probably can't afford you once a month. Maybe once a quarter or something. We bring you back and just drop knowledge on us, man, myself included, because I always learn something, or you always inspire something every time we talk.
Thank you. You inspire me too, Ryan, and that's why I always like chatting with you and keeping up. And because every time I talk to you, you also send some bombs my way, and
we throw them back to each other. It's the best part.
Yeah, exactly. And I start going, let me see what Ryan said,
And then like 2 months later, when you can come up for air, hey, how are you doing back there? It's like, hey, remember this? Yeah. It's already done.
Well, I get you in being, keeping in touch, and I want to have you in my podcast, which is Billionaire AI. I want to have you there.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all. See, this dude he's my favorite. Billionaire AI. Golly, yeah. I mean, I'm not there yet by any means, but I would love to be on that.
Not yet, but I want to be there.
And gotta have goals.
It's not. Actually, it's not for the money. It's for the to be able to help more people, to be able to spread the 100%. Word. I mean, this is big. This is huge, guys. And I want to give one last tip to the CBB Nation.
Bring it
guys.
all to us.
It's if you visit a customer, just ask them. What are the pain points? Look for that small task that is not going to take you more than a day to develop, and then give it to them. And after they get that sense, that power with AI, they'll be calling you back.
100%.
I've done it. I've done it several times.
I'll tell you, to give you one more, I'll throw one out there because I did remember someone messaged me today. I didn't get back to them yet, but I saw the thing come in. They were wondering about Tap the Table, what they could do with the restaurants and bots these days, right? Because that's how I started. Okay, there's what you did. You nailed it. You can pick one problem. Just pick one. Because the whole idea is you can scale this one. So even the problem of a waiting list, go online and just search restaurant waiting list software. And you're going to see hundreds of different softwares out there. You can use CBB as the best waitlist software in the world because it works on every channel there is, from the phone call to Facebook. It's the best one. That's just one feature, just a wait list. So that all the server has to do, or the host has to do, is send one flow whenever it's time to seat the person. This is a scalable thing that once you've got your system down that you want, your 2 or 3 flows that you've got, scale it to the moon. That's what you can do. And that would be a lower rate with just one niche problem that he mentioned. But then guess what? You can make more. You could do so much. And once you've got one, it's done. Serve it up. That's how I've always done it. Man, you really nailed it.
Yeah, we're having fun. This is about having fun.
Man, if you're not having fun, why are you doing it, man? And if you're not
What are
having,
you
you
doing?
know, I've been in those positions. Unfortunately, I think everyone at least at some point has to go through a job or a career, a part in your career where you just don't like it. And I know that's the worst feeling. Like for me, I guess I'm privileged too, but like that for me, that's the worst feeling to understand. I'm waking up in the morning and now I've got to go to a place for X amount of hours that I despise, don't want to go. I've already like had my day's already screwed before I've gotten out of
Yeah,
bed. In that case, this was
exactly,
years ago for
exactly.
me, so I traded the 9 to 5 to working 24 hours a day,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
I wake
been
up
way
to
more fun.
24 hours. I wait to up to 20 hours, and people have to drag me literally from my office because I just want to be there. And in the morning, I want to get up and start, hustling because I like this. I love this. I think I'm doing something worthwhile. I mean, I'm leaving a mark in my path in my career, and this is my
100%.
last venture. I mean, I'm
Same here.
sick.
Same here, bro.
Yeah,
Same here, man.
yeah.
Same. I'm right there with you. Okay. Man, it's been too much fun. I think we're about to be at that point that we'll have the agents do the things for us. Not right now for everything. We're getting very close. It's going to be one
Good.
of us. It's going to be someone that we're connected with that like helps makes this thing all come together. And Jarvis will just be just totally real. Do all the things you want to do. 100 employees underneath your one spoken command. As many things as you can orchestrate vocally or typing, it'll be done. That's what I believe, and we're making it happen. But Billy, dude, you are the legend. One of the most fun podcasts I've had in a long time, man. I love you, dude. I can't wait to see you again.
Thank
I got to
you.
come out and
Thank
see you
you.
guys next time. I know that's my turn next. So,
Yeah, come
man,
to Vegas. Come to Vegas.
boy, I'll tell you what, that'll be a fun one, man. But thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. All right, brother.
Take care.
Peace, man.
Bye to all. Peace.
All right, guys. That dude is one of the best people in CBB Nation. I'm so glad that you guys got to hang out with him. Yeah, Charles, he's awesome. Thank you so much, Billy, for your time. He's a WhatsApp king himself. He's very, very connected. One of the most successful people in the nation. And I don't think he'd mind me saying that. And it's an honor to know him as well as it is you. And I hope that all of you guys are doing well. Can't wait to hang out tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. I'm going to be back here with another awesome guest. And this one's going to be, if you missed it, the one and only USCB professor, Dr. Barth, my mentor for back in the day. And I think I've gotten him hooked on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The AI stuff, the good stuff. And I think he loves AI. He's going to probably have some mind opening information related to AI and universities. And I'm hoping that if you guys have questions for a legit, like tenured, I mean, top of the line as they come, world class university professor, tomorrow's the episode to join. So thank y'all so much, and we'll see you later. Peace.